Lesson 10.8, find perimeter of regular polygons. So remember, polygons just means a multiple-sided figure, regular meaning that all sides are equal, therefore meaning all angles are equal. We're going to give, or do it two kind of different, from two different things that were given, either radius or what's called an apothem. A radius is having the center point out to one of the vertices, which is a corner of the shape. An apothem is having from the center to actually the middle of one of the sides. Okay, but what we want to do is actually still use SOHCAHTOA, and we're creating a right triangle. So if I were to take from the center point O and go to every corner, I would have all these triangles. And how many triangles I would have would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So that's important. And then I'm also going to draw an altitude in that triangle, splitting it in half. And so from here, the problem is I only know this 8. I do not know down here. So I have to go ahead and figure out my degrees. So what you need to know is that all the way around the center would be 360 degrees. But I'm going to take my 360 degrees divided by, I already forgot my sides, 1, 2, 3, 4, 9. To tell me how many degrees are in each triangle. So 36 divided by 9, that would be 40 degrees in each triangle. But now I'm going to split that in half more and say that, okay, this is 20 degrees and that's 20 degrees. So I'm going to make a triangle over here just a little bit bigger so you can see what I'm doing. So now I've got a right triangle. I know one of the degree measurements. Now I can do SOHCAHTOA. And I'm trying to find perimeter. Perimeter is just all these outsides added up. So I just need to find this side right here. So I'm going to call this X. From here, this angle, 20 degrees, I have opposite and hypotenuse. So that would be sine. So I'm going to put sine of 20 degrees equals X over 8. Hopefully remember how to solve this. You just multiply by 8 on both sides. You have to make sure you're in degree mode. Always check if you're using my calculator, because sometimes my upper level kids will change it because they need it for different things. So I'll do 8 times sine of 20 and get X to be about 2.736. I'm going to leave that number on my calculator because what I now know is if this is 2.736, this is 2.736. So I'm going to actually take that times 2 to get all the way across here. And that's 5.47. And how many of those triangles did I have? 1, 2, 3, should have 9. So I'm going to take that times 9. So that would be 49.3 rounded to the nearest tenth. The other thing you could do is just know that, hey, 9, and I split it into 2. You could have just taken this number directly times 18. But that's it. All right, let's try another one. Very, very similar. So I'm going to go ahead and draw my triangles. So I'll just make the one line this time. So here's my right triangle. First I'd have to count how many sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 sides. So I'm going to take the 360 that would be here in the center, divided by 12, because that would be my bigger triangles. 36 divided by 12 would be 30. That would be 30 degrees each bigger triangle, but then I'm cutting that in half, so really this is 15 degrees in here. So I'll put it right here. And again, if you wanted to just take 360 divided by 24, because that's how many little triangles you would have. So the only difference is now from this angle, I have the adjacent, and I want to find the opposite. So I'm finding this so I can get perimeter again. So I have opposite and adjacent. That would be TOA, or tangent. So I'm going to do tangent of 15 degrees equals opposite over adjacent, multiply by 20. And that's about 5.36. So if that's 5.36, this is 5.36, which would make 10.72. And then I said there was 12 of those triangles, so take that times 12. 128.6 would be the perimeter. Oh, 28.6. So that's it. So it's about you just paying attention to how many degrees are in my triangle. Has to be a right triangle. I can't do anything if I create a triangle here and here. That's not a 90 in there. That's why you have to make an altitude and cut it in half.